Hello, the Pro Unitate audience. It's David Erabo, your host. Chioma can't be here today, but we have a distinguished guest in the house. I'm sure you've seen him on various podcasts, but today he has dedicated time to the Pro Unitate podcast. We have with us the Minister of Defence, currently serving. His name is General Christopher Gwabin Musa, retired. He was born on the 25th of December 1967 in Sokoto. He's a Christmas child. He hails from Zangon Kataf local government area in southern Kaduna. He went to the Federal Government College, Sokoto, and later attended the Nigerian Defence Academy. He is a member of the 38th Regular Course and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in 1991. General Musa holds an MSc in Military Science from the National Defense University in China, which he attained in 2013. And he also attended the U.S. Army War College in 2017. Some of his highlights before his ministerial appointment was having a distinguished 39-year military career.
Correct.
He had commanding roles. He commanded the 73rd Battalion in Kano and served as Sector 3 Commander for the Multinational Joint Task Force in the Lake Chad region. As a theater commander during Operation Hadin Kai, he led the counter-insurgency operations against Boko Haram and ISWAP in northeast Nigeria between 2021 and 2023. He became Chief of Defense Staff from June 2023 until his retirement in October 2025. It's a privilege to have you on board, like I said.
Thank you very much.
I will also allow yourself to add to what I've already given to our audience. So the floor is yours, General.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's good to be here again. This is my second appearance. Well, I think you've captured almost everything. I've served, the military gave me the opportunity to have served in places like Odi in Ogun State. I was in Ibadan. I was in Agenebode. I was in Warri. Bayelsa. I was in Kano. So virtually opportunity to travel around the country, to get to know more, make more friends, understand the differences in culture, tradition, and religion. So that has really shaped me into who I've been today. Federal Government College Sokoto too was a very unifying place. It was really a great time of my life that having met different people, Nigerians from different parts of the country. And like I said, from beginning, that has really, really helped me in my future endeavors, and which I still carry on till this day. I was in Maiduguri as the theater commander of Operation Hadinkai for 19 months. That was a very defining moment too, because it's opportunity to be in the field and be able to manage troops. We had over almost 40,000 troops that were operational there. So it's massive in Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe states, which is a massive area in the northeast. Like I said, the military has really been an opportunity that I really look forward to, and I thank God I was able to go through it and to get to where I am today. So it's really been a journey.
General, I actually did my youth service in Adamawa, Yola. Okay. I think is it the 323 Brigade? I'm not 100% sure now. I was a teacher, a history teacher in the brigade itself. So I was teaching these children of
that's 23 Brigade in Yola.
Yes, I was teaching the children of the...
Oh, okay, that's a massive barracks, yes.
Very massive, very, very massive. General, you gained your O levels in 1985 from the Federal Government College, Sokoto, and you were a member of the National Cadet Corps.
Unfortunately, I think that was a mistake. I was never a member of the Cadet Corps. My friends were. Right. But somehow, I think people just assumed that because I went to the military, I must have been in the Cadet Corps, but I wasn't actually.
There you go, audience. So that's a correction by the general himself. It clarifies any undefined roles within the cadet in FGC Sokoto.
Yes.
The FGC Sokoto was defined by the Unity School mandate to bridge ethnic and regional divides.
Very well, very well.
As minister, how does this early pro-unitate training influence your approach to managing a diverse military force and addressing internal security threats that often exploit those same ethnic fault lines?
Thank you very much. Frankly speaking, Federal Government College gave me the opportunity to meet, like I said, everybody from every state, every tribe, every religion. And so living together with them for those number of years has really assisted me in understanding that we're just humans. There are only two types of human beings in the world, good people and bad people, wherever they are. So I'm not in that kind of sense saying this tribe is bad, this religion is bad. No, I just look at us as humans, and we're in this world to make life better for each other. And as Nigerians, I mean, it's the only country I have, and it's the only country I love. I don't think I will ever survive anywhere else other than Nigeria. So I believe whatever it takes, whatever contribution I can make, I should do that so that the country gets better. And that has really been my policy all through. So whether I was in the army or I've left the army or even before joining the army, I've always looked at all Nigerians as one. And that's how I've lived with them. And that has really helped me a lot.
Thank you, General. So the USOSA network, which you're an avid supporter of, represents a massive network of professionals across every sector in Nigeria.
True.
How can your ministry, that's the Ministry of Defence, better collaborate with the Unity Schools All Students Association to leverage this intellectual capital for non-kinetic security solutions?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, like you said, the non-kinetic. We have two, the kinetic and the non-kinetic. The kinetic being the use of weapons, trying to use force, while the non-kinetic is a subtle way. Ministry of Defence is there to support the armed forces to enable them achieve their aim, and part of it is through the non-kinetic effort. The professions we have from the USOSA system has been really wonderful, and we want to key into it and continue to work together by leveraging on the professions, the professionals we have in USOSA, them contributing their own quota and making sure that there is peace and tranquility within our country. Areas of we have them everywhere. We have doctors, engineers, technicians of all sorts. So ours is to provide that leverage, that opportunity for everybody to really experience themselves, feel free, feel safe, and to work together. So together with USOSA, I know about 2 years ago when I was the Chief of Defence Staff, we had a meeting on education and on the Safe School Initiative, and the idea of also introducing technology into school. So things like that areas of sensitization, peace building within communities, working together as a team. We could do medical outreaches together with different medical groups, support to the poor and the needy. We also have our own, those that were injured. Then we have the orphans, the widows. These are areas that I think we can come together and do. And then the areas of sports. So Nigeria is blessed. We have very, very talented individuals in Nigeria. It's another opportunity for us to really look at how do we provide enabling environment for them to be able to showcase their talents. A lot of them are talented, giving them opportunity to organize clinics. I know when I was Chief of Defence Staff, we We introduce a lot of basketball clinics, basketball competition, unity, golf course competition, cross-country competitions, and all sorts. So together with SOSA, I think we can do a lot using sports, using education, through health education, through support to, like I said, especially the poor. Why we have a lot of insecurity in the country, a lot has to do with poverty, illiteracy, lack of opportunities. Now, if we're able to build up capacities, bring in our own the professionals to come and be able to teach them skills they could use for the future, opportunities they could do by teaching them. Computer now is almost, if you are doing anything, you must be able to be proficient in computer analysis, computer usage. These are all professions that we could come and now impact that to our troops, to the communities where we live in and our surrounding areas, which will really help us quite very well.
You're absolutely right. The non-kinetic synergy will definitely help in terms of community intelligence and social re-engineering.
Correct.
Let me ask you, SOSA members look out for their own through various alumni welfare schemes. You, as a minister, have obviously prioritized troop welfare.
Yeah.
Are there best practices from the organized alumni community that you are bringing into the ministry to improve the post-service lives of our veterans and their families?
Yeah, I think that's part of the things we are working on. The President General, Mr. Magadi, who is a politician running for office, and we're also wishing him the very best. I think has done a lot in that aspect. It's for us to continue to key in together to make sure that we have whatever we do, we apply best practices so that discipline is critical. And because the Ministry of Defence deal with a disciplined aspect of the society, we want to ensure that whatever it is that we are doing, we apply best practices. And because, again, professionals are there who also keep to their ethics, it's important that we also key in whatever we're doing. We make sure that we don't cut corners. We introduce people in doing the right thing, staying on course, obeying the legitimate laws on land, to make sure that they're good citizens wherever they find themselves. So we'll continue to work on that together.
At the 60th anniversary of FGC Sokoto, you described the school as a testament to what vision and diversity can achieve. I know you've spoken on this in my very first question to you.
Yeah.
As you mentor the next generation of leaders, General, how do you teach them to maintain the unity mindset in a national landscape that's often fractured by ethnic and religious rhetoric?
I think the first thing is practice what you preach. People, know what you say is what you do that actually people look at. So I try to make sure that I practice actually what I'm preaching, what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about it, but I'm just doing it. So for me, anybody around me is a human being. Anybody around me is a Nigerian. I just look at him as one, and that we're brothers and sisters. I mean, if you look at the Holy Book, starting from Adam and Eve, which meant we all came from that area. So why should somebody look down on any other person? So it's important that we keep that in mind and make sure that whatever we're doing, we take everybody along with us. Everybody is important. Everybody is relevant. I think some of the areas causing problem for us in Nigeria is this aspect when people feel some are more superior than some others, or some are more Nigerians than the other, and then the other ones don't count. They don't matter. It is not us. If it's not for us, then it is for nobody. And those kind of tendencies are the things that's actually causing all this problem that we're having. We must first and foremost understand that one, we're humans. God has placed us in this country together with our diversity and everything, the tribes, religion, cultures, and everything. That should be made to, play a positive role in our development, not a negative role. If you look at through history, there are countries that have had worst situations and they're pulling out very well. So we don't have any reason. China is about land size. China is about 1.something million. They're almost 10 times the size of Nigeria, with a population almost 12 times our population. China is number 2 in development. So what is our reason? We can't say we're too large or there were too many. India is there if we're talking of diversity. India is very diverse. They are moving forward. We don't have any excuse. It's for us to agree within ourselves that, look, all these things, these gaps that people are expanding, that is dividing us, should stop. Together, we can achieve so much. And you can see how Nigerians are doing so well all over the world. Everywhere you've gone to, you see Nigerians doing better outside and worse inside. Why not say charity should begin at home? Let's put our acts together as Nigerians, and it has to do with leadership. Our leaders must actually be deliberate in ensuring that we do things that will project unity of purpose, and that will really, really go down, so that the younger ones coming in will see it. Not that we're talking about it, but they can see it physically that we are practicing it. Every Nigerian should be at home. Should feel at home wherever he is. Like I said, I was born and raised in Sokoto. I spent the first almost 18 years of my life in Sokoto before I started going out. For me, Sokoto is home. Anytime I've been there, I'm so much at home. I've served in Ibadan. Ibadan is like home to me. I've served in so many other areas. I go there, I feel at home. And I think that what we should try and encourage.
I just want to say, while I can't get the opportunity, thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
Most of your adult life you have dedicated to the service of Nigeria, the service of a great country. I know that you are a selfless person and you can only go ahead and go forward.
Very well, amen.
Let me talk about discipline.
Okay.
You recently clarified that the government has no plans for mandatory military service.
Yes.
But I know you strongly advocate for youth to learn survival skills.
Very well, very well.
How can USOSA network, I know I keep talking about partnerships, while you're the minister, how can USOSA network partner with the ministry to integrate these discipline-first mentorship programs into the curriculum of our unity schools today?
Yeah, I think it's very important that we put that back into our schools curriculum, so that, because when people become adults, it's difficult to. They said if you want to make a difference when they're still very soft, you can bend. If you allow them to become thick and old, it's difficult. I say if you want to break the individual. So it's important that we start as early as possible, starting from schools, primary schools, secondary schools. Most federal government colleges have their own nursery schools, primary schools, secondary school. Okay, we should make sure that we start early. Let our children understand what life is all about. If you look at the Japanese, see the curriculum they develop themselves, they put in their culture with modernization. Unfortunately, we are now losing our culture in the name of modernization. And so we're stopped being Africans and we cannot be Europeans. So in between, I don't know where we place ourselves, which is wrong. We're actually supposed to take in our culture, modernize it, and adopt to what it is, and maintain those basic things about respect for elders, brother's keeper, one for all for one, and all this very laudable things we should. So it's important for USOSA to go into our curriculum and see how do we introduce this to sustain them, because discipline is critical for any society. If for humans, if you are not disciplined, if you have an undisciplined society, then it becomes riotous. I mean, nobody else can actually achieve anything from that area. So it's important that we make it deliberate, take a deliberate action to go in and make sure that our curriculum takes care of these aspects, prepare our younger ones for the future. Because even in their lifestyle, if you are not disciplined, even when you become an adult, it becomes a problem. Look at the issues of drugs that is destroying kids these days, because the discipline has not been there. They were just allowed to go on their own. So it's very, very key, and it's very critical that USOSA must stand firm on ensuring that our curriculum is such that we maintain this aspect of discipline and our culture and in going out in the future. It's very important.
Thank you, General. You were the last man standing of the 38th regular course. What is the single most important piece of advice you can give to young officers or civilian USOSANs who are struggling to navigate the pressures of leadership in high-stakes, crisis-driven environments?
Yeah. One is to be on your own, because it has to be, it's a self thing for you to agree that, look, I want to achieve. First and foremost, you must make up your mind that, look, I am ready. I want to be somebody in future. I want to make positive impact wherever I find myself. It has to be deliberate. Then you have to work towards it. It is not a wishful thinking. Some people just think, okay, I could just slip off and then everything will just fall into it. It doesn't work that way. You have to prepare yourself, and then you have to work hard. You have to burn these candles in order to achieve and remain very, very focused and maintain a positive mind, because that is also very, very important. Even when you are ill and you are negative about your mind, you find out that even the healing takes a longer period. You must maintain a positive mind in whatever it is that you're doing. You must be that kind of person that makes impact wherever you find yourself. Make sure that you improve on what you see. That is one thing that people don't see. Somebody just goes in and just passes through without any difference. No, you must be able to make positive impact wherever you find yourself. This will help the society, and this is how we grow in the society. If you read histories of even the European nations, look at what they did. Individuals sacrificed so much for the others and for the joy they are living. Now, when I see people trying to just think looking for the easy way out, that is the shortcut to trouble. And then we should avoid those aspects to ensure that hard work doesn't kill. It doesn't kill at all. It just prepares you for the future, and then you continue doing. And then you must not want to copy or compete with any other person. Compete with yourself. Try to be a better person.
Yes.
I think that is the moment. Try to be a better person, and that makes it a lot easier. It is when you look at somebody has bought the Benz, you don't know what that person is doing to get what he's getting, and then you just go because you want to do that. You enter minefield, and before you know it, you're off. So you don't do that. God has given everybody an opportunity to be whoever he wants to be. Take that opportunity. Trust God. That's one thing I do personally for myself, and I don't rub it on other people. Everybody has his life to do, but I want to, for myself, I've decided that I'm going to trust God, and it has helped me to where I am today. It has kept me focused in my life, in my career, and everywhere I've gone to, I've embraced everybody together to try and make sure that we make, wherever it is, whatever changes we can make positively, let's do it together. It's not a matter of me meeting or trying to make myself being different. No, I'm just like any other person. It's God that has given me the opportunity, and I'm taking that opportunity to make positive impact.
Absolutely. Let me move away from OSA and Unity Schools slightly. You often describe the national security as a tripod of intelligence, internal security, and defense. As the minister, what specific reforms are you introducing to ensure that the Ministry of Defence and the Ministry of Interior act as two sides of the same coin rather than operating in silos, General?
A good question. Today I spent almost 3 to 4 hours discussing on security with all the intelligence commanders of all the services, of all.
Wow.
Correctional facility, immigration, customs, DIA, and all. We spent over 3 hours just brainstorming and seeing the reason why we must work as a team. The enemy we're dealing with has nothing to lose. He doesn't care. He feels if he dies, he's going to heaven. If you kill him, he's going to heaven. So he doesn't have anything to lose. So if we don't work together in synergy, it becomes a problem. And because everybody has a role and a responsibility to do, that's why they're being paid in whichever offices they're holding. So we sat down to really look at this, to reassess our thing, and find that asymmetric warfare, intelligence is critical. If you're able to be proactive, you'll be able to stop the killings, and you'll be able to assist the troops on fire to react. And that's what we've done. We're going ahead again. Next, we're going to meet with all the commanders to discuss with them. We're meeting all the traditional rulers, all the religious leaders, because it's a whole of society approach.
Right.
Very, very critical. Everybody has a role to play. And I can tell you, if we all put our hands together in ensuring that we achieve this positive. And we also saw the need that, yes, some areas, what is causing this area? We find out that the security forces are doing so well, but yet you keep on seeing the terrorists coming in large numbers. Why is that so? There are a lot of people that are jobless. There are a lot of people that don't have a future. So we have people that you see families with 30 children, nobody's feeding anybody. The way your manner you survive, you're on your own. So these are areas that we also have to, and that's where the non-kinetic aspect comes into it. We must look out for those individuals, show them that there's a better way tomorrow. Education gives you freedom to understand that, look, you can't just go and kill yourself for whatever reason. So all this together, we're putting it in line together. We're working with all the commanders. And the important thing is to that synergy and that understanding that everybody has a part to play. That is very critical, because if you think one organization is less than the other one, you create animosity between yourselves, and then you won't get the best. But once you close ranks and everybody is working together, custom, immigration, and everything, you see one thing, you report, NDLA takes action, police takes action, the military, you will take these guys out quite easily.
I'm just going to say one thing to the audience. despite the fact that the general had meetings all through today, 3-hour meeting, thinking about how to solve our security solutions. He has dedicated time to sit with us, to reach Usosans, to reach the youth who aspire to be like him. I think we should all listen. We should all work as hard as he is working, because like the general has said, united we stand. When we all put hands together, we can create a better nation, a better country, and a better society for ourselves. I will ask one more question outside USOSA.
Okay.
You have taken the non-negotiation stance. You have been firm that negotiating with these people or paying ransoms is counterproductive and only fuels further criminality.
True.
Given the immense public pressure during the mass kidnapping events, how do you plan to institutionalize this no concessions policy across all levels of government?
Yeah. What we need to do, families are pressured. Once they kidnap your brother or your sister or your son or your daughter, the tendency is you want to pay. Yes, sometimes it's always a very unbalanced dynamics, because you want the freedom of your people out, and then you are putting under pressure. The truth about it is that the more money they get, the more arms they buy, the more they do. So you see, it keeps on escalating the whole issue. And that's the challenge we're having as a nation. These guys don't care. They get the money, they go across because borders are porous, get this money, buy more arms, and then splinter group. And the more you give, the more they want. To them, the money means nothing. And if you see what they do, what do they even do with the money? Just lavish the whole thing, and that's all. So that's why payment of ransom only aids them, and then it multiplies these criminals. That's why you see, before they were few, now you see them over, because everybody has seen it to be a business. Now you can even see families. Now it has become a social challenge in Nigeria. You see even family members kidnapping each other. I saw a woman that kidnapped the husband. Somebody kidnapped his dad. A brother kidnapped his sister. Somebody even kidnapped himself. Went to hide just because he thinks money is there. And that's the societal issue that comes in. And that's why in every society, law and order matters a lot. The police must be there. The legal system must be able to do. The correctional facility must be able to do that, so that it is corrective in what we are doing. Or else, if there's no law, equity, justice, and fairness, you throw people out. They feel neglected, they feel cheated, and then they want to pay back wrongly to the society. So that aggravates the whole thing. And that's why it's important for us to really remain focused on these seats.
Absolutely. Under the leadership of Michael Magaji, I can see that USOSA, you spoke on it earlier on, has reached out in the educational sector. They've tried to communicate within our schools to ensure discipline. They've invested in technology. They're trying to create smart classrooms. They're also trying to bring all USOSANs together. The last plenary that I remember, the main topic was politics. USOSANs in politics. How do we harness this, General? I know that you are a very active believer in USOSANs in politics.
Very well.
What direction do we take? I know you are actively about to start participating in politics as well. You are a true leader. How do we harness USOSA as your constituency, more to say, so that when you do decide to go for the levels where you can actually fulfill or deliver your promises and your dreams to our people, how do we harness this? I know that we've created Alumni Hub. You spoke on it already in the anniversary. I want you to emphasize that again to the people, especially based on politics.
The very important thing is that USOSANs must join politics. Gone are the days where we're told politics is dirty, is this. If you are not in it, then the bad guys will be in, and then the constitution protects them and they will do bad things. So good guys must join politics. And how do you start? From your normal communities, wherever it is you are living at. I mean, show up. Just make sure that you are relevant, whatever it is you are doing. And gradually people will notice that leadership thing in you, because people want to see people that care. Leaders must be those that want to make impact. They want to care. They want to make changes. They want to improve on things, taking off the weak and the innocent and trying to bring them up. So if you do these things gradually, people will see that in you, and it is changing. It's not as bad as it used to be before. Gradually, it's changing. I can tell you about 5-6 years ago, I even proposed that USOSA should form a political party, because if the essence of forming the unity schools was to keep us united.
Yes.
I mean, there's no better individuals to bring unity than USOSANs, definitely.
Absolutely.
And for me, I feel we're failing if we're not doing that, because the ultimate aim of why the unity schools were formed was to unite Nigerians together. So that's a great opportunity for us to do. So now there are so many parties. Get one across that you believe in what they're doing. Make yourself relevant, and then gradually we have to come in so that we can make those changes. If you are not part of the tree, you cannot leave one branch. You cannot make any impact. It's just the truth. And as it is, you must go and register. You must get a voter's card. You must go and vote and make sure that your votes count. It's very, very critical, because we must vote for people that will make changes in our nation. We have seen other countries, they are moving. It's not like they have two heads. It's not like they are better than us. But because it's deliberate effort, they deliberately pick people that they know they will make impact. And the impact is being made. So we must take that as a challenge. Henceforth, the USOSANs must all go. We must support each other. If anyone is making an inroad, anybody around, I should give him the support, so that once gradually he starts coming in, people will start, before you know it, that's how you make change. If you want to make change, bring a better alternative. That's for me, I think that's the most important aspect.
And on Alumni Hub, General, have I lost you? I think the General is frozen.
Okay, no, I can see you now.
Excellent. Sorry, maybe you.
Sorry, yes,
there was a call coming in.
Yeah,
we'll soon round up. Can you speak on Alumni Hub to USOSANs? Can you encourage them to get on Alumni Hub? I don't know. Do you know much about Alumni Hub? Again. General receiving a call. There's been a slight interruption as I suppose the General is receiving a call. We will continue and resume when the General gets back on board. We've actually taken a lot of his time. We're going to be rounding up soonest, so he can.
Hello. Sorry,
Hi.
I think something wrong with the network.
I'm
back. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I was just saying for you to speak on Alumni Hub and the essence of USOSANs already joining. They are joining at a rapid pace.
Fantastic. No, we should join. Every USOSAN should count. Because that's how you make the impact. The numbers matter. This is a democracy. So it's important that for all of us to come in, make sure you register full address, so that it's easier to get across to you. Let's build up the number. From what we have from the numbers, you'll be able to know how many are wherever they are, and then the impacts to be made. And then that will also enable us to be able to manage ourselves quite properly and be able to reach out. I think that's very important. I also commend the executive for the hub. It's a giant team. We have technology around, so let's make use of it positively.
Absolutely. General, we've talked about you. We've talked about USOSA. Let me tell you a bit about the podcast. In the course of the podcast series, we've spoken with about 25 to 26 USOSANs, all professionals, all doing well in their spheres of influence. In fact, the last guest we spoke with was an alumni of FGC Warri. He is the current Vice Chancellor of Akum University in Niger State.
Okay.
So what we did was realize the potential within USOSA. we now came together and said, let's get our best, encourage them to start doing within the society. Again, I believe we've lost you, but I think you will come back. So here we are, getting our best. The next step will be to get our best, working together, synergizing, once we have them in one particular platform. So, for example, we can gather 5, 6, 7 doctors and say, Kano State today, what impact can you make? Engineers, Sokoto State today, what impact can you make? If you're wondering what TNN stands for the New Nigerian. The New Nigerian was formed in 2020, and the essence was to bridge the gap between diaspora and Nigeria. I live in the UK, and there's a lot of USOSANs, a lot of Nigerians living in the UK. So we thought, why don't we solicit our best in diaspora, merge them with the best in Nigeria, and create opportunities. I'm happy to report, General, that we have people who have come on the New Nigerian podcast actually doing stuff in Nigeria. Health, education, mentoring, agriculture. So we want you to ask us a few questions as well about Pro Unitate, about the New Nigerian.
All right, great. So that's really wonderful. Probably to know the modus operandi, where, how do they work, how do they operate, how do we get across to them, how do we know where they are? Because I think it's important so that we can also be able to link up with them from this end.
It's the networking between you and I. I have a vast network of resource. I make efforts to find these people. For example, there is a director general there's a medical director of a pediatric organization, hospital actually, in Wales. He went to FGC Warri. Dr. Tarebiu, he's been on this podcast.
Fantastic.
Dr. Tarebiu is Ijo. He has made impacts in medicine within the creeks of the Niger Delta.
Delta, okay, good.
I solicit them as part of what I do, and then get them into a podcast where they leave their resources. You can find them on our YouTube channels. You can find them on our Facebook channels as well. In terms of partnerships, we are actually proposing, if that's okay with you, we are actually proposing a partnership, especially from the non-kinetic angle, with your ministry.
Very good.
Especially under the Defense Industries Corporation.
Okay.
What we're thinking of trying to do a mini series which will be distributed across the 6 geopolitical zones about what impact your ministry is making at the moment. And this will be obviously through you or through someone who you nominate, who we can have conversations with, who can spread the word to the nation, who can spread the word to our alumni all across Nigeria. It's a blueprint which can be sent to you, obviously, after our conversation.
There's
some things that can be spoken about outside the podcast. But we are going to let you go. I promised you 45 minutes. I just want you to give one last word to you, Sosans, and I want you to also give encouragement to the youth who feel unfulfilled, I believe that time creates opportunities. Please give a final word to them.
Thank you very much. Let me first and foremost thank you too for what you do. I mean, this is great. This is you two also sacrificing your time for this is wonderful, and I'm really very proud of you. And to say kudos to all you sources. The country gave us an opportunity to be together, united, prepared us for the future to where we are today, and made us who we are today. I think it doesn't take anything for us to also do that for those coming behind. Things are not as rosy as they used to be, but we survived then. I mean, we can make things better for those coming behind. So it's important for us to remain united, remain focused. Those in diaspora, I really appreciate all of them and for what they do. I want them to remain focused. That Nigeria is a great country, we all know that. But it takes all of us to make it greater, working together as a team. Whatever contribution they can make back home, I think is important. And then those of us back home, for us to continue to work together and make sure that we support the system, make the system better. And the only way we can do that again is let's join politics, or whichever office we are in. Let us make that difference so that people can say, look, who is this person? Say, no, he's an Usosan. That's the best change you can ever bring. Once people start seeing that possible aspect and they go, here is a Usosa is doing well, here is doing well, then they say there's something good about that school. So that is important, I think, for us to continue to remain united, focused, and to continue to pray for our leaders and pray for our country.
Absolutely. I mustn't forget to mention my sister networking. It's called the Nigerian Network. So alongside the New Nigerian, we have the Nigerian Network, which is run by a colleague of mine, Solomon.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Audience,
Thank you very much.
You've heard from the Minister of Defence, Usosans. You've heard what he said. Please follow up on his advices to improve ourselves, improve the nation as well. You can view the podcast on the USOSA YouTube channel, the New Nigerian YouTube channel. Handles will go across the bottom of the screen. Like, share, subscribe to help us grow digitally.